Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to the Poetry Reading with Fatal Blanks, a place where poets meet, gather to share their thoughts and minds. Today is Sunday. I'm your friend, listener Kumar. Welcome to the show. A poetry is the clear expression of mixed feelings. W.H. Auden. This was shared by Dr.
Greetings,
Gangalaxmi
greetings.
Patnaik today in the Fatal Brains group. Good evening, sir. Good evening. Welcome to this show. Today we have Taono from Trinidad and Tobago. He's joined us for the first time. Please welcome him and, to get started. Taono.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Taono, please introduce yourself
Good
and
evening.
Okay.
get started with
Okay,
your
so
poem.
hi, good morning. I am Da Uno from Trinidad and Tobago, but Trinidad mainly. I am a special education teacher. I work with animal rights, and I just love poetry. I love writing, and now I'm starting a new form of story writing. So I'm seeing how that goes. So what I could say, Trinidad and Tobago is really a melting pot. It is a place everybody could find a place. So this first poem is titled Bridges of Hope. It links my ancestors' motherland, namely my grandfather's motherland, to where we are now, which is Trinidad and Tobago, and it's titled Bridges of Hope. In the heart of India, where the river Ganges sings, amidst the spices warmth of summer brings, a whisper called upon the breeze, distant shores where the palm trees sway with ease, hearts ablaze, the indented dream in hand, they sailed across the sea, a new bright land, over waves, hope through sunlit foam, seeking future, a new place to call home. Fields of gold, the shores of sand, they brought their stories, a cultured brand, rhythm of dole, the scent of curry, echoed in the air, a vibrant flurry. Trinidad's embrace, our ancestors found their way where Pagua colors danced in the radiant day. Laughter turned echoing of Bajan songs, a true melting pot where all hearts belong. From sacred Ganges to Caribbean tide, heritage blossom a source of international pride. Every festival, every joyous cheer, honoring the past while embracing the near. Diwali lights flickered, a beacon of cheer. Kites soared high, year after year. Taste of roti, warmth of the sun so rare. In this land of promise, the journey has begun with peace we bear. Through trials and triumphs, forging a new path, resilience and strength weathered the wrath. In unity, standing hand in hand, crafting a legacy in this vibrant, driven Begonian land. Beats of Tassa, the sway of hips, tales of our ancestors dance upon lips. Each passing moment, traditions took flight, endless tapestry woven in bejeweled light. From land to land, spirits linked and bind. Heart of the islands, our roots redefined. Every heart stories unfold of love and hope, of courage bold. Our journey forged 180 years ago along paths our ancestors chose. Laughter, music, vibrant prose. Shores of India, the Trinidad's and Tobago's embrace, we have forged a new home, a blessed and cherished space. And cut.
Wow, you narrated it all. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have another one, you could go ahead.
Okay, so the second one is called Whispers of the heart. As I tread in the garden of our laughter, seeing our dreams take flight, your smile blooms a vibrant sunlight, painting my midnights bright. Every stolen glance is spark igniting air, a symphony of silence. Dancing with our hands tied, we share. Your voice is harmonizing, melody soft as a sigh. Your words a feather drifting through the sky. We are stardust braided, cosmic souls in sync. Ocean of our moments, we dive deep and think. Laughter raindrops cascading with grace, chasing our horizons lost in this space. Every heartbeat echoing, time beats and sways. In the glow of your presence, I find a millennia of days. Rivers in springtime, our passions flow free. Your spark in my universe, the best part of me. While the whirlwind that is love's sweet escapade, together we are magic unafraid and unmade. Our canvas blank, as together we paint tomorrow with colors that scream, crafting our story a treasure to hold our forever dream. Every breath whispered, savoring the art in the mural of our forever. You, the marshal, protecting the beat of my heart. And cut.
Excellent. Whispers of silence. I like your background, man. Says such the integrity of the two nations, So
I'm
thoughtful.
very proud of him, Prasanna. I'm very proud of my brother. I come from Grenada. We're very, very close to each other. Trinidadians are Grenadians and Grenadians are
Yes.
Trinidadians. And
And
again,
congratulations on your soca win. It was a
thank you.
blessing.
Yeah, and Prasanna, we share the same colonial history. India has its own, and Trinidad has also its own, which ties with India quite nicely, as the gentleman has explained.
Thanks for being part of the show and keep coming and keep sharing your words and thoughts and your expressions. So we love to have you always and every Sunday, 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time. We'll be looking forward to have you. And please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Tao No from Trinidad.
Prasanna, ask him how he heard about you.
Sorry?
Ask him how he heard, what brought him to Fertile Brains. How did he hear?
Yeah, Tao, you could
Okay,
explain.
well, no, what happened was I heard from another poet who was on. She asked if I was interested, and I said, yeah, sure. I always here to spread the culture of my nation all over the world. I am being would love to be an ambassador no matter where it is. So when I got the link, asked if I could be on, so and confirm I will be on.
That's so good. That's so good. Thank you. Thank you, Tawano. And thanks to her as well. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Tawano. And please welcome Dr. Deena Padayachee.
Good day, everybody. It's March. The in traditional, I think Roman times, Mars was the god of war. So I'm going to unfortunately have to do a bit of reminiscing about the era that I grew up in, and uh, there were many things that happened during apartheid that were very difficult, and a lot of people want to put this behind us and not talk about what was done and not done during that very difficult era that is part of our heritage, and how we turned from official racism to another way of life. So this poem is called The Cannibal. I've had to change some names. It's actually based on a real character who I had a chat with some time ago. And the poem is called The Cannibal. There is something haughty and glacial about ancient Ash, something remote, as if he is extraterrestrial. Pale Ash gazed at me in this restaurant as if he was dissecting an ebony insect with his pupils. He tends to affect the demeanor of an honorary European. I donated 1,000 rand to the National Party, he suddenly blurted out back in 1976. His voice held the texture of arsenic. His insane gazed eyes at me, at least his insane eyes gazed at me as if I might be like him, as if I too could be what he is. So I asked, my eyes aghast. His openness about his treachery was breathtaking. Have you donated to the ANC? Of course, he said in his high-pitched, nasal voice. These are business decisions. It was as if to acquire money, any venality could be excused. So you helped pay for the chains of Dennis Brutus's ankles, I asked? You helped pay for Ahmed Timol's murder? Now, Ahmed Timol and Brutus were heroes of our revolution, and the National Party was the party of apartheid. Ash's eyes held the malice of Aryan fury. This is not about the mindless, moronic meerkats, he retorted, rabid fury in his visage. Every spindle a contracted, every muscle a contracted spindle. This is about business. This is about me, and it's about you. I thought that a man of your intellect would understand. Then Ash grinned suddenly. The old man thought of Tugger Natterson, the sinuous, obsequious, embedded collaborator who had known how to get to feast on caviar in the days of apartheid, and was canny enough to know how to do it today. Ash, too, had known how to dine on Nelson Mandela, Fatima Mir, Sonny Venkatratnam, Steve Biko, Dr. Gunam, Phyllis Naidu, Sonny Bramdo, and so many others. He had indeed earned the appellation that the apartheid secret police had given him, the canny cannibal. His face opened up and transformed into the visage of a brutal, saber-toothed Judas. Ash felt so clever, oh, so very clever. All these noble people had rebelled. Dr. Monty Naika, George Supasad, Ismail Mir, J.N. Singh, Zulu Munsami, Billy Naya, and all the others. Where are they now? Their careers had been shattered, their families had been broken and eviscerated. They had known abuse, humiliation, persecution, violation, torment, and torture. They had lost their peace of mind, perhaps eternally. Their health had never been the same again. They had not really been so clever. These rebels had helped to make him very wealthy. The powerful pay whores like him very well, indeed. Those who control the levers of power always feel threatened, are always paranoid. Nowadays, the Roy and Kamal Chettys, the Bishop Tutus, and the Adam Habibs also helped keep him comfortable. The powerful need allies against the ethical. They always will. This is about us, he weaseled. He has a soft, almost feminine voice that years of chain smoking had given a harsh, brassy edge. The poor battling fools and the rich and the important respect me. They respect my wealth, my connection. The powerful even put me on TV to record my meeting, the high and mighty. How much do they respect you? He asked me. He poured his whiskey into a glass and offered me a tot. Criminals like to think of everyone as if everyone is a criminal. I fled into the night. His candor had seeped into me like septicemia. My very marrow felt contaminated with his pus. He was looking for a new recruit for his evil harem. Did he think that I could be bought, that I could betray my fellow South Africans, that I would sell my soul? The realization of how easy it is for the evil ones to betray and destroy honorable South Africans do not sit well with me, do not sit well at all. the realization that so many of the envious, fecal helots exult in ripping apart the hope of our country, the kind, the caring, the articulate, the intelligent, and the compassionate, does not make one feel good. The Thamba Pillays, the Zapiros, and the Ketan Lakanis of this world are so few, so very few, and they are betrayed so easily by those whom they serve, those whom they love. I wrote this in 2010. Thank you, folks.
Great depiction, sir. Thank you. Such a beautiful narration as well. Yeah, picture. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Dr. Deena Padayachee. Up next is Richard. Please welcome Richard. Please.
Thank you so much. Dr. Pagliacci, it's a wonderful piece that you did. Those of us who have need to follow history, need to understand the progress the world has made and its backsteps. Thank you for remembering. Having had a little political discussion earlier, I am going to turn to a lighter subject, my friends. To me, laughter is every bit as important as study, every bit as important as learning, every bit as important as knowing who is with you and who is not. So this is called If It's Laughter You're After. They tell me it's good for you to laugh. Laugh once, laugh twice. Deep in your life joy you will splice. Whether chuckles or snickers, either way might just untwist your knickers. Whether with jokes or old-fashioned, well-delivered spokes, whether cute little dogs hopping frogs on logs, or Charlie Chaplin in cogs jumping bogs, activating joy and mirth feeds the brain for all it's worth. Activating mirth and joy makes giddy, happy each girl and boy. Laughter can heal even that which you can never conceal. Even babies are fast to laugh, still smiling barely in their cribs. Oh, the funny faces tickle their tiny ribs. Activating joy and mirth feeds the brain for all it's worth. Activating mirth and joy makes giddy, happy each girl and boy. Physiologists acknowledge this, a complex set of muscles, they insist, developing muscles that work at great length and go on to develop the upper body strength. Laughter, doing, or even observing involves quite a few muscles, so we're learning that great chunks of the brain will never complain. Motor cortex controls the muscles, the frontal lobes which provide the reasons whether the joke be told in or out of season, and the limbic system which modulates whether you get to feel just great. Connecting all these many systems, sit back, enjoy it, don't resist them. Activating joy and mirth feeds the brain for all it's worth. Activating mirth and joy makes giddy, happy each girl and boy. Social intelligence and a sense of humor can squash the depth of ill humor. Incongruity and absurdity are daily companions. Laughter creates bonds, increases intimacy with its own very special kind of mimicry. Early in life, infant laughter is an external sign of pleasure, the kind that moms and daddies treasure. Public speakers and comedians try to get a laugh to make the audience feel closer, half and half. Amusement, happiness, mirth, and joy builds resiliency, increases creative thinking, brings out the best in us, even when things are good and stinking. Activating mirth and joy feeds the brain for all it's worth. Activating mirth and joy makes giddy, happy each girl and boy. Thank you, my friends. Thank you,
Thank you.
Prasanna.
Thank you, Richard. That's why we say laugh out loud. The benefits of laughter.
Love that, Richard. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please welcome Ronnie Tucker.
Hello. Sorry, it's been a while since I've been on here, but man, I've been going through stuff. I've got put on some depression medicine, and I can't make it up early enough in time because I've been meaning to do a few times back, but that medicine makes me sleep too long. I got a poem I wrote for one of our special people on this, and I am glad she kind of come into my life. She wrote a poem like an answer way back. I think it was September, she said, and I guess I missed the program. Now I got this one, and if you got time, I got another one, but I'm gonna mainly read this one tomorrow. It's called, and it's dedicated to my special friend Jennifer, and it's called "The Eighth Angel Who Awakened My Heart." Wipe my tears away. I have found my angel, and she is real. She made me feel. She lifted me up with her gentle words. She enraptured me deeply. She touched my heart that was so empty, so empty. She made me smile again. She brought sunlight to my darkness when no light shined through. She made me feel like I was wanted again, something no one could do before. She opened my eyes and made me feel alive. And she made the tears I cried disappear and washed away the sadness of my sorrow. She made the pain fade that was in my heart. I have never been so touched with a sweet angel's kiss. She washed away the sadness of my bottomless soul and lifted my spirits above the din and made me so whole again. I have never felt like this in so long a time. I can't remember when my light shined. She brought the happiness I have been missing for so many years. She brushed away the dark clouds that surrounded me. She made me care about myself. She wrapped me in her sunshine. She spread her golden wings around me. With her everlasting glow, she wove her illuminating presence. Like a dream, my heart sings when her precious smile rings. Now the darkness lives. I have something to believe in. I believe in myself and that beautiful angel. Now I'm shining inside again. She is so beautiful. The moments I taste and the love she gave back to me when I thought I would never love inside ever again. She is my precious angel and I love her. She saved me from myself. She is the brightest gift anyone could ever have. Truly a smile that surrounds us with her beautiful glow, for you know you have been deeply touched by her.
Excellent. She's all for you, Ronnie. So cheer up. Cheer up. And of course, it's dedicated to Jennifer. Oh?
Yeah.
May I just say a few words of thanks? Ronnie, you've deeply touched me with your poem. It sort of comes full circle because you wrote the sad poem, then I wrote a poem to cheer you up, and now you have written a poem of appreciation. I am glad I brought some joy into your life through my poem, and I only hope that you will not go back into depression ever again. I am there for you. You can always send me a message whenever you need someone to talk to, and may God bless you.
That's like me. A lot of people, I wrote dark poems all my life. And when I got on Facebook and I started people reading, some of them, like I'll write stuff, and I mean, I know it comes out of me, but some people take some of it too seriously, you know. Like me, they want me to write happy and stuff, and I'm like, man, I've wrote dark poetry all my life. You know, I'm not trying to like cast any shadow, but you know, I can never go away from being a dark. It's just in my blood, and as like I said, a lot of people take some of my stuff too seriously, and it's just, you know, whatever comes out, I write. But I want to thank you.
Thank you, Ronnie. I must say, in Jennifer's words, romantic, erotic, dirty society is waiting for you.
I'm just glad people care, though. That's what makes me feel wonderful and happy. And I'm just glad Jennifer came into my life.
Thank you, Ronnie.
Since I took up the time, I'll save this other one next week, Kumar. That way you can go ahead and get other people on there.
Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you for making it, and thank you, Jennifer.
I wanted to mainly get that one. I wanted to mainly get that one from Jennifer.
Thank you. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Ronnie. Please welcome Devendra KC.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Please go ahead.
Good evening to all respected poets. I suppose all are very senior to me. I'm presenting this poem. The title is Hidden Treasure. Yet in this busy earth, there are some unreached birth. The footprints of snowman Yeti, which only few lucky men see. But one can only imagine Yeti, the beautiful national bird, pigeon's nest in the lapses of snow-capped mountains west. It is believed in the modern scientific world, the nymphs from heaven only in the morning descend to take bath and hold. One cannot reach, but can feel the flavor of herbal medicinal breeze. Being a small country also, here lies some divine gifts where the world's most beautiful animal musk deer might have only reached. Also at the bases of the untouched mountains in a chilling cold, one can find peoples waiting to serve you with innocent smile and good hospitality in this world. They might not have good food to eat, but they will definitely provide satisfaction to the guests with good feed. Peoples in these areas may be poor by property, but they are very rich in hospitality. Believe it or not, neither the cold nor the hunger makes them selfish. Guests are the god, always shown in their pitch. The floras and faunas are yet to be discovered. Maybe this is the best gift of God. Yes, there lies a country of Buddha where peace and love remains forever. Where there are no sea, only springs, lakes and river. There are yet few unreached areas for the trekker. Nepalese mountain lapses have some hidden treasure. Nepalese mountain lapses have some hidden treasure. Thank you.
Indeed, sir. Indeed. Nice description of Nepal and Atithi Devo Bhava. Yes, indeed, they are a dish or gods. They are regarded as. Thank you for sharing your piece. Please give a round
Thank
of
you, sir.
applause, my dear friends. That was
Prasanna ji,
Devendra,
namaste.
please.
Prasanna ji,
Thank
namaste.
you,
Prasanna,
madam.
Shobha ma'am, namaste. 2 weeks.
कोई ज्यादा प्रोग्राम्स होने से नहीं आ सके. अभी भी बहुत प्रोग्राम्स है अभी.
आपको बुलाया था दो हफ्ते लगातार, पर आपने ऑन नहीं किया. फिर भी चल रहा है. चलिए आप
मैं बोलूं क्या अभी? मैं बोल के
अभी
चले जाऊं.
अच्छा.
दूसरा प्रोग्राम आपके
Okay.
इसमें नहीं आया तो अच्छा आनंद नहीं आता, इसलिए.
Go ahead, ma'am. Please go ahead.
सबको नमस्कार. परसों अपना सावर जी का जन्मदिन हुआ काचीगुड़ा में. उनका स्टैचू है, तो वहां पर माल्यार्पण करे. किशन रेड्डी भी आए थे, ये कविता सुने थे. विनायकराव दामोदर सावरकर केवल नाम ही नहीं, एक प्रेरणा पुंज है जो आज भी देशभक्ति के पथ पर चलने वाले मतवालों के लिए जितने प्रासंगिक है उतने ही प्रेरणादायी है. लहू का खतरा चीख रहा था. लहू का खतरा चीख रहा था. आजादी का जुब्बा नस नस में बह रहा था. आजादी का जुब्बा नस नस में बह रहा था. बुलंद हौसले बुलंद शख्सियत थी जिनकी. बुलंद हौसले बुलंद शख्सियत थी जिनकी. माँ भारती के लाडले वीर सावरजी में थे क्रांतिकारी महान, वीर सावरजी थे क्रांतिकारी महान। विदेशी वस्त्रों की होली जला, विदेशी वस्त्रों की होली जला, हुकूमत की रूह भी जला डाली थी, हुकूमत की रूह भी जला डाली थी। तिरंगे के बीच चर्म चक्र लगा, तिरंगे के बीच चर्म चक्र लगा, राष्ट्रवाद की चिंगारी सुलगा डाली थी, राष्ट्रवादी की चिंगारी सुलगा डाली थी। साहस के ये पुंज थे, साहस के ये पुंज थे, शक्ति के ये कुंड थे, शक्ति के ये कुंड थे। अंडमान की काल कठोरी में, अंडमान की काल कठोरी में यातनाओं का एक दौरा चला, यातनाओं का एक दौरा चला। कोल्हू में छूत जब तेल निकाले, कोड़ों से भी छलनी पीठ हुई, कोढ़ों से भी छलनी पीठ हुई। भूख प्यास सहन कर भी, भूख प्यास सहन कर भी गोरों की ध्वजा उड़ा डाली थी, गोरों की ध्वजा उड़ा डाली थी। ब्रिटिश सरकार ने मुझे दो आजीवन, ब्रिटिश सरकार ने मुझे दो आजीवन कारावास दंड देकर हिंदू पुनर्जन्म सिद्धांत को मान लिया। शब्दों से प्रशंसा भी बड़ी जताई थी, शब्दों से प्रशंसा भी बड़ी जताई थी। क्रांतिकारी ऐसे सदैव रहेंगे महान, क्रांतिकारी ऐसे सदैव रहेंगे महान। जन जन की जुबा पर था इनका नाम, जन जन की जुबा पर था इनका नाम। बिना कलम कील और कोयले से, बिना कलम कील और कोयले से जेल की दीवारों को इन्होंने सजाया था, जेल की दीवारों को इन्होंने सजाया था। काला स्याही से जब, काला स्याही से जब काला जयी कविताओं की रचनाया था, काला जयी कविताओं को रचाया था। मेरा आजीवन कारावास, मेरा आजीवन कारावास गवाही बना उस दौर की, गवाही बना उस दौर की। पीड़ाएं जो उन्होंने सहन की, पीड़ाएं जो उन्होंने सहन की। ज्ञान ज्योत के ये पुंज थे, ज्ञान ज्योत के ये पुंज थे। लेखन कला के ये कुंड थे, लेखन कला के ये कुंड थे। कलम की नोक से जब, कलम की नोक से जब 1857 का स्वाधीनता संग्राम उदित हुआ, 1857 का स्वाधीनता संग्राम उदित हुआ। कड़ी पाबंदियों में छुपते छुपाते ये प्रकाशित हुए, कड़ी पाबंदियों में छुपते छुपाते ये प्रकाशित हुए। गर इसका उदय न होता, गर उसका उदय न होता, प्रथम स्वाधीनता संग्राम मामूली गदर बन जाता, प्रथम स्वाधीनता संग्राम मामूली गदर बन जाता। संघर्षों का यह दौर बड़ा विकराल था, संघर्षों का यह दौर बड़ा विकराल था। आजादी के लिए प्रेम बड़ा रूहानी था, आजादी के लिए प्रेम बड़ा रूहानी था। अभिनव भारत सोसाइटी स्वतंत्रता की मशाल जलाई, अभिनव भारत सोसाइटी स्वतंत्रता की मशाल जलाई। मौत से न डरे कभी मिशन पूरा कर, मौत से न डरे कभी मिशन पूरा कर। अब अन्न जल का त्याग किया, अन्न जल का त्याग किया। देह त्याग स्वयं मृत्यु का वरण किया, देह त्याग स्वयं मृत्यु का वरण किया। बलिदान के ये पुंज थे, ओजस्वी वाणी के कुंड थे, बलिदान के ये पुंज थे, ओजस्वी वाणी के कुंड थे। माँ भारती के जिस सपूत ने, माँ भारती के जिस सपूत ने 13 वर्षों तक पिया काला पानी, 13 वर्षों तक पिया काला पानी। फिर न क्यों बहेगा हर आंखों से पानी, फिर क्यों न बहेगा हर आंखों से पानी। आओ सब मिलकर करे इनको शत शत नमन, आओ सब मिलकर करे इनको शत शत नमन। सदैव महकता रहे इनका नाम, सदैव महकता रहे इनके नाम का चमन। क्रांतिकारी थे ये बड़े महान, क्रांतिकारी थे ये बड़े महान। जन जन की जुबा पर रहेगा सदा इनका नाम, जन जन की जुबा पर रहेगा सदा इनका नाम। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद ये अवकाश मुझे दिए से, इसको बहुत धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद मैम, बिल्कुल रहेगा उनका नाम सदाई के लिए, और क्रांतिकारी हमेशा रहेंगे।
और
थैंक
एक
यू।
बात बोलो सर, एक ही मिनट। एक किशन रेड्डी है ना, आपने किशन रेड्डी भी आए थे वहां पर, हम विदाउट माइक बोले थे, फिर किशन रेड्डी आ रहे, सब लोग रुको रुको बोले तो हम रुके। तो किशन रेड्डी के सामने भी बोले, उनको बहुत पसंद आया। उन्होंने कहा कि सावर जी का फोटो डालकर ये कविता वायरल कर दो, कदे सब लोगों को भेज दो, सब में मीडिया में डाल दो। तो मतलब उन्होंने भी ये सुना, बहुत अच्छा लगा मुझे। सभी क्रांतिकारी, धन्यवाद आपका।
Congratulations. Thank you. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Dr. Ms. Shobha Deshpande. Please welcome Mr. Laxman Rao.
So thank you for this opportunity, sir. Like it comes accidentally, like we're not prepared. So thank you. So everybody, like good evening. Like I'm all set with my poem. Well, the title is like the viewer of verses. The viewer of verses. When you view in your verses with mental acuity, when you view in your verses with mental acuity, with all the experiences and expertise with certain clarity, the penance powered with passion, filled with energies, show up organically and authentically in your workmanship. Poetize with your words, who inspire and believing. In turn, you will churn you'll churn the chalice of some creativity. Your dreams will dramatically fall into its place of worship, where sensitive intellect feels heightened and enlightened. Where sensitive intellect feels heightened and enlightened. Your sensitivities might feel tested through turbulent phases, as you may not only explore new emotions, but also express new perceptions as you expand and integrate new perspectives. As you experientially learn to navigate through all the nuances, to draw those poetic lines on the sand, being on a melting moment, giving the whole of you and turning everything into wholesomeness. And that's the pure of verses for you.
Beautiful, beautiful, wow, beautiful expression. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. It was Laxman Rao. Please
Cool,
welcome.
sir. Cool. Thank you.
Landon wants to say something. Landon, go ahead.
No, really, I was just checking to see if I was muted because I was clapping away. But having said that, there's tremendous clarity and inspiration in his piece.
Indeed.
I loved it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Please give a round of applause and please welcome Alexandra Psaropoulou.
Kumar, do you want like just a part of the poem because it's kind of big?
Go ahead, Alexandra.
Yeah. How long for? 1 minute or the whole poem?
Maybe you could take as much as 3 minutes. Like, yeah.
Half the poem?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Line 20. Alongside this peripatetic I poise, lightning fusillades to the left, fiery boundaries to the right, where nowhere is pan-idealistic, where we can only persevere, poising undimmable flashes, unsilenceable heartbeats, alongside this peripatetic, all extinguished torches sinking into the physical nephogram, illusory otherworldly elements feeding on human paroxysms, subduable only by adepts, where no one can enter bow-coloured Avaton without preluding through smoky air and Hades, a lambent pier safeguarding the peripherals of our besieged consciousnesses with undaunted purpose. Ancient Thera eyes aglow, filling our temples with perihelial chrysoth of Materges. An extinguished torch relights, a lost zeal revives, an amnesis of Uranos poising. One more undimmable flash, one more unsilenceable heartbeat. In league with this unbridled rhythm, I palpitate. Fake altruisms in the lead, philanthropies in arrears, where nowhere is panlogistic, where we can only persist. Palpitating, prayerful inclinations, indomitable psyche propulsions, in league with this unbridled rhythm. A universal light dizziness of impulsive incitement, echoing our deeds from previous cycles. Every descent, a monotropic centripetal campaign downwards, dangerously lurking in uncharted astric dunes. Every ascent, a polytropic centrifugal impetus upwards, gratifying our hard-won incremental upgrading. Our Persephonian psyches oscillating through lessons and mercy, in and out of the pure chrysalis of our perpetual patris, sealing our theolipsy within icons of faith, art, science, sustaining paradigm civilizations, palpitating. One more prayerful inclination, one more indomitable psyche propulsion. And the rest next time.
We will continue next time. Thank you, Alexandra. Thank you for asking and presenting your poem. Please give a round of applause, my dear. It's always filled with imageries and graphic art. Alexandra Psaropoulou. Manatita Hutchinson is up next. Please welcome.
Thank you. Love dries the copious tears spilling from my broken dreams, the heaviness of loneliness, the stains of deep remorse. Gently, she pats the roses covering the scars where thorns once sat, enmeshed in a foliage of desires. You've done well, she whispers. The light that shines within has erased the darkness of a shadowed past. Arise, my sweet, sweet angel. The brute of past regret shall no more shine. The fragrance of the dawn is gleaming. I felt my shoulders breathe. My heart cried tears of joy, the soul now laughing with the sun. Love kissed my wounds, no more the toil of suffering and despair, for I was born anew. The voice of freedom sang to me, a bird of hope now perching on my newfound dreams of bliss divine, my lack of expectations. I bowed, paid homage to the light, paid homage to the light. Now I am a lamp unto others, for it is through light that I have learned to embrace the darkness. Its soul has its own struggles, and its thoughts turn largely upon itself. Yet I do not look down on others, as the flame in me is the same spark yearning in another soul for freedom. I wish to be a bridge of lava for weary souls to cross over the chasms, me doing this in solidarity. For just as an unripe mango may not be succulent in taste, so too each soul must traverse the pendulums of its own journey. I can accommodate the fire of desires, for love sets my trials in each cycle, and dishonor is but a transient wound bleeding in the fire of remorse and shame. Yet treasures are hidden in afflictions, which are simply candles of the divine. Each soul is unique, a river of consciousness offering something significant to creation. For when the heart is low on flowers, she will offer weeds as minerals, even as she feeds me living water from a reservoir of love that never fades. When my daily grind seems heavy, or I am hurt by the sharp blades of jealousy and backbiting, I will drop to my knees, fix my gaze on Jannah and my hands in holiness, knowing by faith that an ardent prayer will always summon the voice within. It manifests in my sorrows, waits on me to accept my challenges, removes gently my grip on self-reliance. For love liberates, and will transform me into the immaculate brilliance of the soul. I am not in charge, simply a conduit or vessel that the Most High uses to glorify itself. And by being a lamp unto others, I create a vibration which not only inspires my happiness, but enhances the joy and beauty of love's creation of Mother Earth. It is in the light of inner sweetness that each soul transcends, rising in joy to meet the needs of its brethren spirits, sharing the delights of beauty and peace acquired from the unknowable. Be brave, O lantern carrier, an inner warrior, a flicker constantly striving to become a flame, to tie your hopes and dreams on the ascent of phoenixes. Soaring the perennials on a cauldron of blaze, you burn the dross of ignorance, carving a golden path to return to the light of the unspoken. Listen, not with a dissecting mind, but to that sweet voice within that speaks in silent music, either to shadows paved with loneliness or the unfurling lilac lavenders of seasonal spring. You will then shine with glory, steeped in the magnificence of love. Mountain Carrier, thank you.
Each soul is unique, isn't this? As a nice expression. I think every line is an expression of yours. It's beautiful, as I will say. And, so please
That
give
was
it a
lovely, Lanson. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you.
Prasanna ji, am I in the group today?
next up. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Next up is Colonel Gopal Purdhani. Please welcome.
Thank you very much. And from English to, I change over to Punjabi. It's a small song, short song. And I will translate in a poetic form in English also after this. This small little song. Punjabi. ਕੱਚੀ ਮਿੱਟੀ ਦੇ ਖਿਡੌਣੇ ਲੋਕ ਪ੍ਰਸੰਨਾ ਜੀ ਕੱਚੀ ਮਿੱਟੀ ਦੇ ਖਿਡੌਣੇ ਲੋਕ ਕੁਝ ਲੰਬੇ ਤੇ ਕੁਝ ਬੌਣੇ ਲੋਕ कुछ पावरफुल हैं और कुछ बहुत ही वीक हैं, बहुत पुअर हैं। लम्बिया देते उच्चे शमियाने, बहुत पावर है लम्बिया के पास। बौनिया नू कोई ना जाने, सब दे अपने अपने बहाने, सब ने अपनी कहानी सुनानी है कि हुनू किस तरह ये समझाने लोग कच्ची मिट्टी दे खिडौने लोग, कच्ची मिट्टी दे खिडौने लोग। पता नहीं अपना थौ ठिकाना जगह, पता नहीं अपना थौ ठिकाना कित्थों आए कित्थे जाना, जिंदगी को कोई पता नहीं कहाँ से आए कहाँ जाना है। सबनू अपना कौल निभाना, सबनू जो वचन दिया वो निभाना है। सबनू अपना कौल निभाना, कुछ दिनों दे पुराने लोग, ये सब लोग कुछ दिनों के गेस्ट हैं। कर लै जिंदगी नू, कर लै जिंदगी दा मकसद एक, मकसद में एम, कर लै जिंदगी दा मकसद एक, छड़ बुराई बन जा नेक, छड़ बुराई बन जा नेक। फिर जीवन दा हुसन तू वेख, सी द ब्यूटी ऑफ लाइफ। उसदा कि खिलौना लोग कच्ची मिट्टी दे खिलौने लोग। Now I'll translate into English another short poem. The people are made of loose earth. The people are made of loose earth, some full of power, some without any worth. Tall people are full of power. Tall people जिनके पास शक्ति है, tall people are full of power, power, and people have got lot of resources. No, nothing after death. Everyone has to take last breath. Everyone has to take last breath, and no one knows after death. Some full of life, successful life is doing good deeds. Successful life is doing good deeds. Your descendants are your seed. जैसे आपने बोया है वही सीड वही दरख्त होंगे. कच्ची मिट्टी दे खिलौने लोग, कुछ लम्बे कुछ बौने लोग. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank
okay, sir. Beautiful, beautiful. So, I mean, like, thank you. As always, inspiring and
Thank you.
thought-provoking, yes. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please welcome some of soil, Sreedharan Parokode. Mr. Sreedharan Parokode.
Am I audible, Ji? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
You and me. You and me. Whenever I tried to see you, I could not. Whenever I tried to see you, I could not. Whenever I tried to conceal, I could not. Whenever I tried to conceal, I could not. Whenever I make you happy, I could not. Whenever I make you happy, I could not. Because you are none other than me. Because you are none other than me. This another a short one, Malayalam. Yeah. Orma. Orma means memory. പാടിപ്പതിഞ്ഞതാണീണമെന്നാകിലും പാടാതിരിക്കാൻ എനിക്കു വയ്യ. പാടിപ്പതിഞ്ഞതാണീണമെന്നാകിലും പാടാതിരിക്കാൻ എനിക്കു വയ്യ. തേടി ഞാനൊട്ടു നടന്നുവെന്നാകിലും നേടിയതില്ല നിന്നോർമ്മ എന്നെ. തേടി ഞാനൊട്ടു നടന്നുവെന്നാകിലും നേടിയതില്ല നിന്നോർമ്മ എന്നെ. ആട്ടവും പാട്ടും നിലയ്ക്കുന്ന നാടുകൾ ഓർക്കുന്നതേ കഷ്ടമെന്നതല്ലേ. ആട്ടവും പാട്ടും നിലയ്ക്കുന്ന നാളുകൾ ഓർക്കുന്നതേ കഷ്ടമെന്നതല്ലേ. പാടിയതെല്ലാം മുറിഞ്ഞു പോയിടിലും കേടറ്റോരോർമ്മയിൽ മുങ്ങിടുന്നു. പാടിയതെല്ലാം മുറിഞ്ഞു പോയിടിലും കേടറ്റോരോർമ്മയിൽ മുങ്ങിടുന്നു. നമസ്കാരം.
Oh, beautiful, sir. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing your beautiful work, and thank you for your poem as well. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends, to Mr. Sreedharan Parokode. Please welcome Jennifer M. Garnicles.
Hi, everybody. I'm having problems with my throat again. My poem is titled Make a Choice. Am I your need or your greed? Is she your greed or your need? Tell me right now. One of us needs to move on somehow. Tolerant I was, not huffing, puffing, fussing. Patient I was, still cooking, washing, never loud cussing. Turning a blind eye to you cheating with someone else. I cannot continue being unjust to myself, accepting being placed like a used book temporarily on a shelf. You can't have both of us indefinitely. 3 in a relationship cannot raise a happy family. Sticking around is self-slaughtering my soul. Unlike a sacrificial lamb, I owe it to myself to remain sanely whole. If you really want to save this relationship, letting go of her, forgive it I am. But I'll move on if about us you really don't give a damn.
Great. Jennifer, I will share a second piece of yours, maybe. So many centuries have come and gone, yet crimes, prejudice, and wars keep going on and on and on. But we want to wake up one day to a new day, to really a new day. One day we want to read the newspaper without getting angry, without regretting that we had learned the ABC. One day we want to watch the TV without needing to flick the remote control or wanting to break it, upset, disgusted by the suffering, the brutality we see. One day we want to listen to the radio without wishing we were deaf, being shocked, saddened, outraged by the news we hear. One day we want to look around us without being depressed, totally afraid of our fellow man, without wishing we were illiterate, blind, deaf, never born, or simply dead. One day we want to wake up to a new day, to really a new day, full of love, free of crimes, free of prejudice, and free of war. Maybe one day soon, or in centuries to come, we may awake that lovely new day, brutality.
Thank you for that, Prasanna.
That was brilliant. That was from Romantically Erotic Deadly Spiritual Society by Jennifer M. Gonkers. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you, Prasanna.
Thank you for sending with that and honoring me with that gift. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Jennifer, and please welcome CJ.
Thank you, Prasanna. I'm going to read a poem that was in the Appalachian Artist League Poetry Contest. It took third place, and there were hundreds of us writing. So it's called Red Clay Roots. A young Black city girl, wild and free. Summers spent with Southern Mississippi red clay grandparents in the lowlands, chasing fireflies barefoot in the bayou. The heart and soul of the country, living soulful bluesy legacies, strange fruit memories chasing me. Bigoted nightmares won't let go of me. I see Confederate flags waving when I'm not asleep. In the courthouse, on the town square, all around me, on neighbors' lawns, everywhere. My country states that all men are equal, all men are free. But claiming my Southern roots makes me feel like an outdated antebellum Harlequin Scarlett O'Hara sequel. Change is returning to the only home you've always claimed and embraced as yours, finding your Black Southern history under attack, banning Black literature, books, whitewashing historical truths, erasing red clay history, Black. Mississippi refused to embrace this Southern Black girl back.
A powerful piece by CJ. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. CJ is making it after a long gap. Hopefully she comes every week. Please give a round of applause, CJ. We love your praise. Please welcome Dr. Gangalaxmi Patnaik. Dr. Gangalaxmi Patnaik.
Good evening, everyone. I am Gangalaxmi Patnaik, going to present my rendition on women because we are going to meet Women's Day on March 8th. Before this, I like to present women's journey from hardship to prosperity. I discovered that women has a remarkable ability to persevere in the face of adversity. The journey of womanhood often involves navigating challenges, both internal and external. In this context, my poem is From Adversity to Prosperity. What women were yesterday are different today and become more different in future. In this context, I am reciting a poem about what women were yesterday, what they are today and tomorrow. The title is From Adversity to Prosperity. From Adversity to Prosperity. Rendition runs like this. Yesterday I was tolerant to everything in unplumbed woods. Yesterday I was tolerant to everything in unplumbed woods. Blades of grass full of dewdrops, shoving blossoms, silencing mouths. Blades of grass full of dewdrops, sobbing blossoms, silencing mouths. In course of time, I learned to seek self-identity hidden within. In course of time, I learned to seek self-identity hidden within. Felt I could break silence, anguish, without swallowing in. Felt I could break silence, anguish, without swallowing in. Today, society finds transcending change in women's role, letting know she not alone. Today, society finds transcending change in women's role, letting know she not alone. Ignited inner female fire, rejected inferior status, demanded equality to face challenge. Ignited inner female fire, rejected inferior status, demanded equality to face challenge. She discovered courage, shimmered in sun, poured in laughter and hope. She discovered courage, shimmered in sun, poured in laughter and hope, blended with joy, tolerance, patience, longs for smile, blended with joy, tolerance, patience, longs for smile. Future has come, these withered twigs take the shape of big tall tree. Future has come, these withered twigs take the shape of big tall tree. We watch women grows like stars in all darkness, in all clime. We watch women grows like stars in all darkness, in all clime. In her blossoms, the society will collect pollens of Bart's grace. In her blossoms, the society will collect pollens of Bart's grace. Make air fragrant, looks forward to listening melodious birds' white whispers. Make air fragrant, looks forward to listening melodious birds' white whispers. This is the end of my rendition. Thanks, dear friends and poet Prasanna Kumar. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. She is definitely not alone, ma'am. She is definitely not alone. Woman is not alone. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. She's very much empowered. Please, Director Gangalaxmi Patnaik. Let's call up Kenjugal from Kazakhstan. Kenjugal. Kenjugal, please unmute your mic. Kenjugal, Kazakhstan, please. Yeah. Please unmute your mic. Kenjugal.
Hello.
Yes, go
My
ahead.
name is Kenjigu. I'm from Kazakhstan. Сіздерге қазақша өлең оқып бергім келеді. I'm from Kazakhstan. My name is Kenjigun.
Yes, yes.
Мен сонда жылап қалған. Сенсіз бедім, тек тыныштық жырақ арман. Бұның бәрі неліктен білесің сен, өзіңді ұмытқанмын. Тосын, жүргеннен ұмыта алмай, алып ұшып жеткенде жырақтардан. Кездерімді алдымда құлаптанған, өліп ұшып өртенген кезеңдерім. Сосын болғандай безергендерім, осыларға түсінбеймін ақтарған. Басым қатып шешілмес сұрақтардан. Сезімнің соншалық жалғандығы, сен үшін бір сәт екен арман құны. Мен сонда жылап қалған. Өзімді жүріп көргеннен, және де ұнатқаннан. Ойламадың сен мені, еске алмадың. Алар бір кез адамдар кешкен жалын. Өмір деген өтеді, өкіндіріп, есін алма, бірақ тек кеш қалмағын. Мен әлі де біреулер сынар, алдар. Сын тағуға шебер ғой бұл адамдар. Аластармай кетуі мүмкін, бірақ менше күліп, менше жылағандар. Өзіңді ойлап, қайғыдан езіліп елем. Аласырған кенді, тек үнімен. Антан болып, әлі күн шошимын мен. Сенің көктем сезіміңен. Есім жеткен, өртенем сағыныштан. Бірақ ешкім озған ба жазымыштан. Я, мен де бұл күнде түнгенмін. Көңілімнен әркімге алып ұшқан. Мен өзімдей көргенмін, бекер мұным. Саған бұрындау жетер жырың. Мен білмеппін сүйгенім. Сағындысың, мінайымсу, көлгірсу екендігін. Екен, қатал тағдырға жүгіндім мен. Аңғалдарды жылатқан түнімдіргін. Әлі сені қимаймын кінәлауға. Өмір шығар сені де түбіндірген. Қателескен екенмін бірақ рет. Өкініштен өргенді жұға жүрек. Әр қадамды мысықшы аңдамаппын. Айтсаңдар, кәмкемін кінәлі деп. Өкіреңдер бұлаулау қылығыма. Қондырмаңдар талпынған тұғырыма. Бұның бәрі түк емес, ал өзімнің өкінішім жетеді ғұмырыма. Кінәм жоқ деп, ақиқат қарған басын. Сыздатып тұр жүректі әр қорғасын. Қателесу керек те шығар мүмкін. Кешір алар бір жандар бар болғансын.
Thank you, Kenji girl. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Kenji girl from Kazakhstan. Actually, I read in Russian language, maybe. Thank you. Please welcome Dr. How would I, introduce? But yes, Dr. Roopali Sircar Gaur.
Good evening, Prasanna, and dear friends who are poets and poets who are friends. It's so wonderful to see so many people from so many parts of the world here, and there's so many thoughts and so many ideas. Today's poem I dedicate to Dr. Santosh Bakaya, because she's the one who last year in April challenged us to write poetry, and it was called Pandarathan, and it was by the Significant League. Now, I'm very interested in the process of writing. What is it that makes somebody write? So if you give a prompt, like Santosh did, and the prompt was very interesting because it said a paper napkin and a love letter. Now, a love letter and a paper napkin, one had to really rack one's brain. But suddenly, the paper napkin at once told me that it must be a restaurant. The love letter must have been found in a restaurant. Where else would the paper napkin turn up? And I'm not a great one for writing a love letter, but there's something about the way I think that I tell stories and it goes back into the past. And so this poem is for you, Santosh, because you stirred my mind and made me write. So crumpled in the chair next to me lay a paper napkin. It was one of those retro restaurants with chandeliers and ornate mirrors on the wall. The kind where the seats are high-backed and velvety, and a strange, heavy, spicy smell hangs in the air. The blue neon light outside beamed. Mughal-e-Azam bar and restaurant. In the old city with its street lights and havelis, where the sound of ghunguru and dancing girls sparkled the dark labyrinthine lanes, where rakes prowl and lonely heartbroken men search for solace. The crumpled paper napkin looked desperate. It seemed to say something to me. The steaming plate of dampak's biryani lost its aroma. My shaking fingers stealthily picked it up. It seemed a not so long ago piece of paper. With both hands, I fearfully straightened it out, and the words jumped out at me. My beloved, save me, save me. So many lives I have lived, so many men have loved me, but none have I loved the way I love you. Every full moon night I wait for you. Look up for me at the Jharoka. It's your night with me. I long for you. With trembling fingers, I crumpled the paper napkin, left some money on the table, and left the restaurant. I stepped out, and the moon shone brightly. I looked eagerly up at the Haveli across the now silent road. The doorkeeper looked at me and said, Sahib, the Haveli is closed. They left last night when the moon was full. A sudden cold breeze shut the open Jharoka. I tore the paper napkin into 1,000 bits, letting it fly hither and thither, like the many pieces of my broken heart. Thank you so much. Now, Santosh, I wouldn't have dreamt I would write a poem like this out of something called a love letter on a paper napkin.
Excellent. Excellent.
So this is for you.
Please give a round of applause, my dear friends, and please call up, let me call up one Dr. Santosh Bakaya. Up next. Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Good evening, Prasanna. Good evening, all the wonderful poets. And good evening, Roopali ji. And let me tell you, I still remember that poem. And I also remember the reprimands and the scoldings that I received on phone at midnight, saying, Santosh, ye kya hai? Why are you giving such weird prompts? And then she would come up with such wonderful poems. In fact, the poems that she wrote on my prompts were the best poems in the lot. And I did not want to say this just now, but I couldn't control myself. And she, I think she did not sleep for many a day because she was writing rather on those prompts. And she came up with such wonderful poems. And hats off to you, Roopali. And please don't dedicate any poems to me. I don't deserve all the dedication. I'm just a mad hatter, as I keep saying. And Prasanna also nods knowingly. So, so I love the twinkle in his eyes, the twinkle that says, I know, madam, you're mad. Anyway, I like my madness. And Roopali, Roopali ji, thank you so much for that wonderful, wonderful poem. And someday I'll give you some more prompts and then you'll rack your brain and do whatever. So the poem that I'm going to read is from Under the Apple Boughs. And let me tell you that I always keep dreaming of my granny. So just the other day, I again dreamt of my granny, and this poem, it was written way back in the year 2017 or 19, I don't know. So I have written many, many, many poems on granny. So this is one of them. Yes, I'm talking of my granny. Yes, I'm talking of my granny. She visited me again. She visited me again late at night, looking lively and bright, in a crisp white sari clad. I recalled how Dad, down her throat, would lovingly pour cupfuls of homemade ice cream. Ah, that long forgotten dream. He poured and poured, but she still asked for more. More, more, I want more, she said, like Oliver Twist. Yes, I'm talking of my granny. Last night, on my forehead, she planted a kiss. Long back, I had read a story in every crevice. Some notes of a haunting melody still lingered in some cranny of Granny's emaciated body. Ah, those songs of my granny. Ah, those songs of my granny. Yes, she too was young once. But honestly speaking, she considered me a dunce, which I firmly believe I am a dunce, a mad hatter. And this Prasanna is also nodding his head again, believing, firmly convinced that I am a mad hatter. Anyway, her eyes had a merry twinkle. I could read between her every wrinkle. Hear the stealthy footfall of villainous age, slowly settling between those lines. Where did those teeth go? I had asked her once. Where did those teeth go? I had asked her once. But she did not know. She did not know. So I quipped, not me. Granny, you are the dunce. And she chortled in staccato bursts of unrestrained glee. Yes, I'm talking of my granny. Yes, I'm talking of my granny. Last night, she kept looking at me and then shuffled past. Last night, she kept looking at me and then shuffled past, her wrinkled face in lines of serious concentration cast. In time's winged chariot, in time's winged chariot, away she sailed, away she sailed, away she sailed, ah, so frail. I was left, I was left with a lump in my throat. I was left with a lump in my throat. I had missed the boat. I had missed the boat. I wanted to sail with her too and go to that elusive rendezvous. Was she up there in the moon? Was she up there in the moon? I mumbled, Granny, Granny, I'll be there soon. Granny, I'll be there soon. Yes, I just talked of my granny. I just talked of my granny. Thank you so much.
Did I react, ma'am? You want me to react? So maybe Laura, maybe Roopali ma'am would only could. Satinder ma'am. Yeah, go ahead, ma'am.
These are the words, I think, universal. Everyone has some memories about the grannies, and she has written so beautifully about her granny, her experiences in a very narrative manner. So I identify myself with her, and her granny and my granny. I think they are similar. Grannies are similar, I think.
Yeah.
Beautiful recitation and beautiful poem.
Thank you.
Very nice, very nice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Please welcome Miss PrabhaSastri Joshuyala. And please, before that, please give a round of applause, my dear friends.
Good evening to everybody. First, I will sing one Sanskrit poem. Then I will tell the meaning in English. Okay. Dharmatyane, dharmatyane, smashane cha rogina yamatitsavet सा सर्वदैव तिष्ठ चेत् को न मुच्यते బంధనాత్. అంటే ధర్మ ప్రసంగ సమయంలో శ్మశానంలోనూ రోగం వచ్చినప్పుడు కలిగే వైరాగ్య బుద్ధి ఎప్పుడు స్థిరంగా ఉంటే సంసార బంధనాల నుంచి విముక్తి పొందడం ఏమాత్రం కష్టం కాదు. దట్ ఐ విల్ టెల్ యూ ఇన్ ఇంగ్లీష్. ఓకే నౌ. It is not difficult at all to freed from the bonds of samsara. If the buddhi which is experienced during the preaching of the dharma in the crimination and when illness is always constant. Thank you. Now I will read one Telugu poem. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hara Hara Shankara Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Shambho Shankara Namah Shivaya. Rajitachala Vasa Sri Girija Sameta Kailasanatha Karuna Pradata. Karuna Pradata. Nandi Vahana Nagavarna Sri Pada Seve. మాకు పరమ పవిత్రం నీ నామస్మరణే. మాకు భవభయహరం నీ ఢమరుక ధ్వనులే ఓంకారనాదం. నీ డమరుక ధ్వనులే ఓంకారనాదం. నీ ఆనంద తాండవం. నీ ఆనంద తాండవం ఆది మూల మంత్రం. నీ త్రిశూలమే అసుర సంహార అస్త్రం. నీ త్రినేత్రమే సకల శాస్త్ర వేద సారం. సకల శాస్త్ర వేద సారం. నీ జటాజూటమే భూన భోంతరాళ మర్మం. ఓం నమ శివాయ. ఓం నమ శివాయ. నమస్తే. థ్యాంక్ యూ టు ఎవ్రీబడి.
Om Namah Shivaya. Thank you, Amma. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was PrabhaSastri Joshuyala. Your beautiful poem. Please welcome Muhsine Arda.
Hello, dear friends. I wish you all a very good day. It's just about 6 o'clock in the evening in Turkey, in Bursa. For the ones that who have never heard Turkish, I'm going to recite my poem in Turkish first, then I will recite it in English. This is a poem about an orphan child, because you know that on the 8th of March, we are going to celebrate the Working Women's Day. So March is important for women. Although this is nothing to do with the women's rights and everything, but also women are the people who give us the life. They give us the birth. And so my poem is about coming from the mouth of an orphan child. First in Turkish. Ben doğarken anasını yitirmiş bir dölüm. Tatmadım anne şefkati. Mecnun'a döndüm ararken bilmediğim ana sevgisini. Ben mi annemi öldürdüm, annem mi yaşarken beni? Kurumuş güller, dikenleri sivri, dokunsam dökülecek yapraklar saçamadan bir koku. Koklamadan geçti hayat, anamın memesini. Kurumuş, kokusuz güller anlatır yaşam öykümü. Yüreğimdeki dikenle toprak ana aldı rahmine beni. Now I will recite the same poem in English. The Orphan. I am an orphan. My mother died in childbirth. Never having tasted a mother's affection, I became a crazed seeker of the mother's love I never knew. Did I kill my mother did she kill me? Yet I lived on. Dried roses, sharp thorns, whose petals dropped at the touch before even releasing their fragrance. Life went on without having once inhaled the scent of my mother's breast. Dry, scentless roses tell the story of my life. With a thorn in my heart, Mother Earth took me to her womb. Thank you very much, dear friends.
Excellent. You being a, mother active, what do you call it? Earth activist. Yes.
Thank
you. Thank you, Muhsine. Thanks for coming. And I wish Tariq would also come. Tariq Gunrel. Yeah.
Well, actually I am
Teşekkür
telling
ederim.
bir
Teşekkür
şey değil. Teşekkür ederim ben de. Tarek is again, today we are going to be together. Unfortunately, every Sunday we have got 3 different Zoom programs. That's why I'm usually late for this program, apologizing for that. And I will remind Tarek once more that maybe we have to cancel the other one first. Thank you. Have a great Sunday, dear poets from all of the world. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we make guests please welcome? Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Muhsine, and please welcome Ms. Satinder Sethi.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Prasanna ji, and good evening to all my dear friends here. I am here with a poem about a girl who has been the victim of cruelty and injustice and so much that she is so strong. She has not let herself broken, and she is still ready to help others, like help others who have been suffering like her. So this is how we see what her journey has been and how she is heading forward. The poem goes like this. It is the relationship of pain. There is a relationship of people throughout the universe, mankind, human nature is like that. But here we are talking of a relationship between one with others who are like her. She walks through the storm with winds howling. She walks through the storm with winds howling, her soul etched with scars and heart frowning. Her soul etched with scars and heart frowning. Yet in her eyes a softness shining like the moon. Yet in her eyes a softness shining like the moon, a light that seeks to heal, to cradle, to groom. A light that seeks to heal, to cradle, to groom. She herself, a victim of darkness, sorrow, and pain, still she bends down to lift others time and again. She herself, a victim of darkness, sorrow, and pain, still she bends down to lift others time and again. Through the fierce struggles, she paved her own way. Through the fierce struggles, she paved her own way, learning to spread light like the bright sun's rays. Learning to spread light like the bright sun's rays. Her soul, once a battlefield, now a home for grace. Her soul, once a battlefield, now a home for grace. She fills others' cups, ignoring her sorrow's every trace. She fills others' cups, ignoring her sorrow's every trace. For in giving to others, she mends her own soul. For in giving to others, she mends her own soul. Gaining strength from this, She stitches her broken heart into a whole. Getting strength from this, she stitches her broken heart into a whole. Through compassion, she builds bridges new. Through compassion, she builds bridges new, anew, a healing touch, the feel she leaves for me and you. A healing touch, the feel she leaves for me and you. Thank you.
Oh, beautiful. I like your reading, ma'am. Beautiful reading and very touching poetry. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please welcome Miss Suvarna P.
Good evening, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Actually, I'm unable to on the video as due to lack of signals. And I would like to respond to everybody also, but due to lack of signals. Very nice poetry I have listened today. I'm very much happy to listen all the poetry. Now the madam has read about a girl. Very nice. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Good evening to all of you. The title of the poem is Love is Not Conditional. Love isn't for a day or a night. Love isn't for a month or an year. Love isn't for a date. It's for a life's journey. Days may change, seasons may change, years may change, time period may change, but true love never change. Love shouldn't be changed. It should be reciprocated. Love should be reverberated as it has no end. As ocean waves, love as a form of waves flows always, with the purest hearts, as caressing she shores, caresses sweet souls. Love isn't like a moon, comes only for a night. It's like a longing sky, longs for moon, as always the same as noon, shining bright with its soul's charming moonlight. Love is not conditional. Love isn't for a day or a night. Love isn't for a month or a year. Love isn't for a date. It's for a life's journey. Thank you, one and all. Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am. That's a beautiful poem. And yes, love is it's not conditional. So excellent, simple and sweet. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Suvarna P. Please welcome Maria.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. It's a great pleasure to be with you all after a brief gap. Thank you, Prasanna Ji, for gathering bards and friends all around the world in another session of poetry on the Fertile Brands platform. My poem for today is about moon. The moon. The moon, there high up she shines, the queen of the night above in the sky. Siblings she does not have near. In celestial throne she shines bright. Small twinkling stars, pointlets of glow, far behind moonlight. Moon in the web and flow of tides, she brings sea nearest the coast. Sand grains, once dry, till the salt geese, the coming and going to gaze and see. Moon has its own charm, and lovers bewitch. In a knot of happiness, the queen is the witness of the whole guilt. Well, I have another one. It's in my mother tongue with translation in English. May I recite? Yes. It is. O que é o amor? Se tudo tem começo e fim, por que não compreender quando o amor acaba? Não, não era amor. Apenas uma paixão avassaladora. que invadiu corações não preparados para o final, e seguir em frente deveria mesmo ser um final, ou começo de algo maior. A paixão pode transformar-se e dar espaço para algo real. O amor verdadeiro, que cresce a cada dia, que queima e arde, e que das cinzas renasce com mais força, unindo os amantes em eterno laço de amor. Now it in English. What is love? If there's a beginning and an end, why we don't understand when love is over? No, it's not love, but another harming passion that inflated hearts, not prepared to the end and go ahead. Should it be the end or the beginning of something greatest? The passion can move and open right to something real. The true love that grows each day, that burns and blazes, and from ashes rebirths, stronger and stronger, joining lovers in an eternal knot of love. Thank you very much.
Excellent, ma'am. Excellent. Thank you. Thanks for coming, and please give a round of applause.
My pleasure always.
Please welcome Ms.
pleasure.
Saraswati Poswal. Thank you, ma'am.
Hello, good morning, good evening, namaskar, sat sri akal, adab, salam to everyone. Thank you so much, K. Kumar ji, for this opportunity. Thank you so much. I'll start with one of my Hindi poem. अब तो आ जाओ सिया राम, अब तो आ जाओ सिया राम, हमने मन से तुम्हें पुकारा, हमने मन से तुम्हें पुकारा, मन का मैल निकाला सारा, हमने मन से तुम्हें पुकारा, मन का मैल निकाला सारा, अब तो आ जाओ मेरे राम, अब तो आ जाओ सिया राम, अब तो आ जाओ मेरे राम, अब तो आ जाओ सिया राम। सजी दुल्हन सी अवध नगरिया, सजी दुल्हन सी अवध नगरिया, देश में है दिवाली, सजी दुल्हन सी अवध नगरिया, देश में है दिवाली, राम जन्म की खुशियां छाई, राम जन्म की खुशियां छाई, आंगन बने रंगोली, घर के आंगन में उजियारा, गली मोहल्ले चमके सारे, गली मोहल्ले चमके सारे, अब तो आ जाओ मेरे राम, अब तो आ जाओ सिया राम, अब तो आ जाओ मेरे राम, अब तो आ जाओ सिया राम। हृदय में हमने तुम्हें बसाया, हृदय में हमने तुम्हें बसाया, मन में तुम्हें पुकारा हमने, मन से तुम्हें पुकारा हमने, वर्ष 500 करी प्रतीक्षा, वर्ष 500 करी प्रतीक्षा, पर विश्वास ना हारा हमारा, पर विश्वास ना हारा हमारा, सूखी ना करुणा की धारा, सूखी ना करुणा की धारा, कलयुग केवल नाम धारा, कलयुग केवल नाम धारा, अब तो आ जाओ मेरे राम, अब तो आ जाओ सिया राम। एक दुष्ट आतंकी ने, एक दुष्ट आतंकी ने मेरे राम के घर को ढाया, एक दुष्ट आतंकी ने मेरे राम के घर को ढाया, कार सेवकों ने निज तन से उसका कर्ज आज चुकाया, कार सेवकों ने उसका कर्ज आज चुकाया, हमने उनको नहीं बिसारा, हमने उनको नहीं बिसारा, सच्चे मन से तुम्हें पुकारा, अब तो आ जाओ मेरे राम, अब तो आ जाओ सिया राम। राष्ट्र नायक ने निर्मल मन से, राष्ट्र नायक ने निर्मल मन से तेरा धाम बनाया, राष्ट्र नायक ने निर्मल मन से तेरा धाम बनाया, पौष शुक्ल की द्वादश तिथि को, पौष शुक्ल की द्वादश तिथि को दिवस ये पावन आया, दिवस ये पावन आया, चहुदिशी गूंजे एक ही नारा, चहुदिशी गूंजे एक ही नारा, बच्चा बच्चा राम पुकारा, बच्चा बच्चा राम पुकारा, अब तो आ जाओ मेरे राम, अब तो आ जाओ सिया राम। लखन जानकी सुत हनुमान संग, लखन जानकी सुत हनुमान संग, लाना सब परिवार को, लाना सब परिवार को, अब चरणों से मेरे भगवन, अब चरणों से मेरे भगवन, पावन कर दो द्वार को, पावन कर दो द्वार को, हमने भाव से तुम्हें पुकारा, हमने भाव से तुम्हें पुकारा, निर्मल मन से प्रभु हमारा। अब तो प्यार से आ जाओ मेरे राम, अब तो आ जाओ मेरे राम, अब तो आ जाओ सिया राम, अब तो आ जाओ सिया राम। धन्यवाद, धन्यवाद, शुक्रिया।
क्या बात है मैम, excellent,
Thank you,
excellent.
thank you so much, thank you.
Please give a round of applause, my dear friend. That was purely
I was
divine.
about to speak one English poem, but वो time limit नहीं होगा, तो I said नहीं, आज एक हिंदी बोलते हैं।
Thank you.
Thank you
This was
so
so
much.
beautiful.
Everyone
Really.
was so nice. My best wishes to everyone. Happy March, and आगे बहुत festivals आ रहे हैं, so we'll be keep on celebrating those also.
Thank you. Please
Okay.
give a round of applause, my dear
Thank
friends.
you.
Please welcome Shyamaprasad Patnaik.
Thank you.
Mr.
Thank you.
Shyamaprasad
Thank you,
Patnaik.
everyone.
Mr. Shyamaprasad Patnaik. Please unmute you.
Thank you, Prasannaji, for inviting me. And good evening, all the poets, and thank you very much. So, the poem which I am going to recite is based on love, because in the last month we celebrated Valentine's Day. For that purpose, I have written one poem. The title of my poem is Valentine's Euphorial Eventide. Valentine's Euphorial Eventide. Here it goes. My romantic dalliance arose on maiden eventide of breezy Valentine. Beside lakes dazzling water, silvery scene left by effulgent moon, scented floral garden, whispering reeds, and nightingale duos, common witness. I presented a hypnotic ravishing red rose to my sweetheart. Elevated right palm with a rose, I bent on my knees. I went on knees. Next twilight, amidst aromatic blossoms, gifted a crispy, crunchy chocolate. Eyes down grounds in shyness, shivering palm held a letter. She took out it from her teddy-shaped vanity purse. Small chit seeking my fervent promise never to forget her. I clasped her in tight embrace behind wildflower shrubs, planted magical kiss on her rosy lips as Valentine's valediction. Sublime elixir of caress overflows spontaneously through mesmeric amorous veins. And that is the end of my poem. Thanks for listening and
Wow.
watching.
Wow. Beautiful, beautiful, sir. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, nice words.
Sir Prasannaji,
Ji.
One thing I want to express something. Hello, may I be permitted?
Yeah, please.
So actually, day before yesterday, we have lost one of our superstar of Odia movie, Uttam Mahanti. He was a superstar for 2 decades, and he has acted in Hindi and Bangla movies also. Uttam Mahanti, the superstar of Odia film, we have lost him. So for him, I have decided to sing one song from his film, Full of Chandan, and the song was written by and composed by late Akshay Mahanti. He was also a legendary lyricist and music director. So, if I am permitted, I will pay the tribute Odia song. Thank you. So, here is the song. এই যে বনলতা পাহাড় আহারে দিছে কেড়ে সুন্দর, এই যে বনলতা পাহাড় আহারে দিছে কেড়ে সুন্দর, হো এঠি দিন সরে না, এঠি রাতি সরে না, এঠি দিন সরে না, এঠি রাতি সরে না, এই যে বনলতা পাহাড় আহারে দিশে কেড়ে সুন্দর এই যে বনলতা পাহাড় আহারে দিশে কেড়ে সুন্দর হো এঠি দিন সরে না এঠি রাতি সরে না এঠি দিন সরে না এঠি রাতি সরে না এই যে বনলতা পাহাড় মাদল ছন্দে বাদল ঝুমে বন পক্ষী সুরে যাও সাজমে মাদল ছন্দে বাদল ঝুমে বন পক্ষী সুরে যাও সাজমে এইଠି ମାଟିକୁ ଆକାଶ ଛୁଏଁ ଏମିତି ମିଳନ ଦେଖିନି କାହିଁ ହଜି ହଜି ସାଥେ ଯାଉଛି ମୁହିଁ ବୁଲୁଛି ନାଚି ଗାଇ ଝୁଲି ଝରଣା ତାର ଗୀତ ସରେ ନା ତାର ନାଚ ସରେ ନା ତାର ଗୀତ ସରେ ନା ତାର ନାଚ ସରେ ନା এই যে বনলতা পাহাড় আহারে দিশে কেড়ে সুন্দর এই যে বনলতা পাহাড় আহারে দিশে কেড়ে সুন্দর কিয়ে সে রূপসী মন জানি সজাইছি বন মুরুজ বুণী কিয়ে সে রূপসী মন জানি সজাইছি বন মুরুজ বুণী আখি করে খোঁজে তারে খুঁজি পায়নি কিয়ে সে রূপসী মন জানি সজাইছি বন মুরুজ বুণী ମୋ ପ୍ରିୟା ବାପାଇ ମୋ ଚିଠି ଲାଜ ତାର ଲେଖି ଦେଇଛି ଏଠି ଅଗଣା ଥାଏ ପିଣ୍ଡେ ସଜେଇ ଲାଜ ଗହଣା ତାର ହସ ସରେ ନା ମୋର ମନ ପୁରେ ନା ତାର ହସ ସରେ ନା ମୋର ମନ ପୁରେ ନା এই যে বনলতা পাহাড় আহারে দিশে কেড়ে সুন্দর এই যে বনলতা পাহাড় আহারে দিশে কেড়ে সুন্দর হো এঠি দিন সরে না এঠি রাতি সরে না এঠি দিন সরে না এঠি রাতি সরে না এঠি দিন সরে না এঠি রাতি সরে না এই যে বনলতা পাহাড় আহারে দিশে কেড়ে সুন্দর So that was the song in memory of late Uttam Mahanti. Actually, it was the song from Fulo Chandan.
Beautiful singing.
At the time of superstardom, he presented this song in the film.
So beautiful.
Thank you so much, sir.
Please give a round of applause for singing. Please welcome Lara Chyrel.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're calling me. Yes. Thank you, Prasanna. That was a beautiful song, and I've so much enjoyed the wonderful work today. I'm going to do a poem called The Lonely Side. My name is Homeless. I carry myself in this bag on this lonely side of the street. I walk down the street on my feet. I smell their fear when we meet. I look down at shoes, not at eyes. I hear the repulse in their sighs. I want for the meat of their teeth. I feel the quick cringe just beneath. I thirst for the taste of their wheat. I sink with their stare at my need. I ache with the need to retreat. I cry at the heat of defeat. I live the long nights of that shame. I'm sore with the fingers of blame. I know that they would me delete. I walk down the street on my feet. On this lonely side of the street, I carry myself in this bag. My name is Homeless. Thank you very much.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I cry at the fate of defeat. Wonderful. Wow. Mind blowing. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Miss Laura Gravel. Please welcome Miss Isabel Van Merlen. Isabel. Isabel. Okay. Please welcome Mr. Radhasri, Dr. Radhasri.
Namaste, my dear Prasanna. I am very much thankful to all our co-poets for giving opportunity. Gokulame Gurukulam, the greatness of India through agriculture. Sri Kaivalya Padambunu Prakatamugajeyu, Sri Kaivalya Padambunu Prakatamugajeyu Paramatmuni, Suslokuni Karyastalamagu Gokulame Gurukulamani Kolicheda Bhaktin. లోకమునకు గీతని డినరాకాశ శివధనుడైన రాధా ప్రియుడౌ శ్రీకృష్ణుడు పారాడిన గోకులమే గురుకులమగు కుంభినిలోనన్ శోకములను తొలగించుచు వ్యాకులతను తుడిచివేయు పరమాప్తుండౌ లోకాధీశుడు నడచిన గోకులమే గురుకులమని కూర్చెద కవితన్ శ్రీకరమగు వ్యవసాయం ఆకలి దప్పులను దిచ్చునని చెప్పిన మా గోకిలధారి వసించిన గోకులమే గురుకులమని క్రమ్మరుచుందున్ ఆ కాలముతో బాటుగా ఈ కాలమునందు కూడా తృప్తినిడుచు సుభాష్పాలేకరు చెప్పిన విధముగ గోకులమే గురుకులముగ కొనలిడును ధృతిన్. Meaning agriculture is the backbone for the whole mankind and especially to India. India is an agrarian country. So right from Lord Krishna down to Lord Balarama, even today Subhash Palekar has told, don't leave the agriculture. So agriculture is our backbone for India. This is the meaning of this poem. Thank you.
Sir, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. That's a poetic form. So please give a round of applause, Dr. Radhasri. Please welcome Millie Das. Miss Millie Das. Miss Millie, ma'am, unmute your mic, please.
My today's poem, Departure Time. Thank you, Pushpanaji. बहुत दिन बाद I am here. My poem is Departure Time. One day I came in this world happily. I set out my journey from a beautiful point. My city was too much crowded, yet it was a green harbor to me. I fill it with poetry. At the end of my journey, I reminiscing those victories of my life that charmed me most of the time. At the end of my journey, I reminiscing those stars whom I met closely, yet they were in my dream. I can feel the universal love. I can feel my hubby and my beautiful child. I can feel my friends. I am returning my own home, from where I have come. I can feel still my soul is bound with my family. All the birds sing, animals are crying, grass is not growing today. I can feel my time has come. All of my work has been done. It was a long journey. Departure time has come.
You have a long way to go, ma'am. Don't worry. Such excellent. Still more work to be done. Yeah, please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Yes, it's a lovely poem. Please give a round of applause and please welcome Lynette Rapsat. Lynette Rapsat. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Hi, everyone. Hoping everyone is well. I've been definitely enjoying the poetry shared so far. So I'm going to do two very short pieces. The first piece is called Reciprocation. If you see me falling or notice that I have fallen, don't let me down or leave me down, because that's when I need your help, not a whelp. When your brother needs your assistance, instead of putting up a resistance, see how you can lend a hand. Help him on his feet to stand, because you don't know when it's your time. And even as the clock chimes, a perfect day can turn into a mess, leaving you laying on your back or chest. So don't be all about you and thinking who you want to sue. Instead, help your brother and offer your hand to another. If you see me down, don't leave me to frown. Pull me up with you. Make me feel that your love is true. Pray that I reciprocate, because on that date that you need me, I want to be there to stand with you, to extend my hand too. So let's work together so everyday life can get better. And the second piece is called The Star's Tale. It was written based on a prompt shared in one of the groups. The galaxy's open portal calls me to venture outside of my reach, seeking wisdom and treasures far outside of what schools teach. Every star carries a tale, a unique and unknown history. Peoples lived and journeyed. I too can pursue such destiny, such an epic adventure in the halls of my mind, seeing beyond what is seen. I've been told to seek in order to find. So I will reach for the stars and endorse the beauty of the moon, relish this prized adventure as the sun sings her old tunes. Poem. Thank you.
My, superb, superb. Please, wonderful. As always, very active at any time and something. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. We finished it up, this thing, and please bring your friends to, the show. I would love to have. It's my wishes. My wishes would come true. I have this so-called hunch. Guess one day I will be flying with them with my feathers open to the cerulean firmament. My wishes would be fulfilled. I have this so-called feeling that assured me to get the flight of wings fluttering, which I would kiss the angels. My wishes would turn to be a blessing, boon, reassuring the rhythm of rhyme. My wishes would endow me with pleasantries. I would share those bits of lollipops to cheering fledgling. My wishes would come true one day with a strength of mine. I proclaim to be a change agent that came into this world of cacophonous wines to soften the tone. One day, my wishes would definitely. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for making it tonight and morning and whatever you in the area.
Don't fly too high. We don't want you to melt like Icarus,
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Oh boy.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, man.
Thank you
Thank
so
Lovely
much,
you.
listening
Kumar.
to you.
Thank you so much,
Dhanyabad.
Kumar. That's a lovely
Dhanyabad.
program.
Thank you. Thank
again.
you.